Sound check, sound check. All right, it's just about 8:30, and we're going to get started since this is night number one of Breakers Club. And if you're new to the concept of my Breakers Club, I want to just quickly explain what happens. Essentially, we sell the teams and then use the money to buy a whole bunch of boxes. I'm going to show you all those boxes in a moment. And then over the span of several nights, basically Tuesday nights for several weeks, we open the boxes. And then the people that bought in for certain teams get all the cards of those teams added to their stack. And then whenever someone wants their card shipped, they just request shipping, and I give them a shipping quote, and off the cards go. So, with that said, because this is night number one, I want to very quickly go down the list of who has what teams, and then I'll show you who has what boxes. And good evening, Doublebrook. So I did put the list over on the side of the screen, at least for the moment. I'll probably try to minimize that or get rid of that momentarily. Good evening, Super Gadget. But let me go through the list, kind of have these grouped by person on my own personal list here. So the Diamondbacks, White Sox, Padres, Rays, Rangers, Blue Jays, and the non-MLB slot are all going to Swinko. Big thanks to Swinko for sort of cleaning up and grabbing a bunch of the last remaining teams. Jackal has the Braves and the National/Expo slot. Mike grabbed several teams as well, the Orioles, Cubs, Yankees, and Phillies. Super Gadget has the Red Sox. I have the Reds. Level Brick Blow has the Guardians. Adam K, the Rockies. Engel Woodstock, the Tigers. JC has the Astros, Royals, and Marlins. Peach Pits has the Angels. Dr. Mustang, the Dodgers. Uncle Ben, the Brewers. Iowa State, the Twins. Kevin B, the Mets. Don Dog has the Athletics. 412 J-Mac has the Pirates. Fossbrink, the Giants. Ocelot, the Mariners. And Cards on Cards has his Cardinals. So that is the full list of who has what for Breakers Club. Again, it's on the side. I may try to minimum or get rid of that window once we actually start the break, because I feel like there's isn't going to be enough room here. But we'll see. We'll see what fits on. But while we're since I'm still 2 minutes before 8:30, and I try to generally start these actually on 8:30, why don't I show you what is all going to be included over the next 5 nights. That's right. We're going to do 3 boxes. There's 15 boxes total. We're going to do 3 per evening. All right. So I've already decided which ones are going to be when. But so in no particular order, we have the Shoebox Treasures from 2025. This is the collector's edition. Interesting sort of thing. Should have an auto in each box. So I'm excited for that one, just as something kind of different. I'm not going to have room for all these to show up on the screen. We've got a blaster of 2019 Optic. And again, as usual, I try to get a nice mix of all kinds of different types of products. So for example, 2025 Topps Finest, sort of a higher end, at least higher end as far as I'm concerned. We've got Donruss. This is 2025 Donruss Hobby. Should have 3 autos in there. We have one of these Topps 205. This one is from last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2025. So those were online onlys. We've got mega box of Panini Prism. This being from 2025 as well. And then something a little bit different. I grabbed this. This should be, I believe, the full set. It says full base set of Topps Heritage 51. But then you also get an autograph and 21 mini parallels. And I believe those are not always the same. So a little bit of known quantity and then a little bit of unknown quantity happening there. We have a Boys of Summer, which should have 3 autos and a memorabilia in it. This is a Panini sort of higher end, high-ish end, I guess. You only get 8 cards per box, but 4 of them are supposed to be hits. I don't really know much about this product, but I've been intrigued by, I guess, the box design or cover, if nothing else. So I decided to try one for Breakers Club. Again, going for all kinds of stuff. An archive snapshot. This one is from 2021. I think I got this one on special, actually. But it should have an auto plus 11 other cards. We opened one of these one time. I don't remember what year it was, but it was kind of neat. And then we got some old school stuff too. It's not just new. How about 1996 Topps Stadium Club Series 2? More than $50 now, I'm sad to report. But this should have a double foil stamped card in each pack, some special cards. You can see the few inserts and Mickey Mantle stuff possible there. Sticking old school, also more than $19.99 now, a Donruss Preferred tin. So that's kind of an interesting way to do this. And I don't know if you can, if the mic picks that up, but that is very metal. So it's actually a nice metal tin. Never opened one of these in my life, so don't really know what to expect. We've got 2021 Topps Heritage. This is one of the mega boxes, I guess they call this one. And somewhere it says, there it is, should have exclusive chrome blue sparkle parallels. So from 2021. And then we've got, again, going old school, we have Pacific Paramount from 1998. I'm always on the lookout for boxes of Pacific baseball cards from the late 90s. They are getting harder and harder to find unopened boxes of. So I was very happy to have found even one. And then hot off the presses, this is 2025 Stadium Club that just came out recently. And even hotter off the presses, we have 2026 Topps Series 1 Hobby Box. And those are your 15 boxes for Breakers Club. So with that said, I need to make some room here. So let me try to clear some of these things out. We are going to move some of these out of the way. And we're going to open 3 of them tonight. Let's see here. Any guesses what 3 I picked for tonight while I restack all this off to the side? All right, so we've got Double Rock Super Gadget both in the room. Good evening to both of you and everyone else joining us. We got an ooh from Super Gadget, and I like the look of that from Double Brook. Excellent. Happy to hear people like the variety. All right, so I figured we should open the newest of the new tonight. So one of our boxes is going to be that one. Since I'm the one opening everything, and I told you a moment ago I'm pretty excited for this box. I know very little about it. We're going to open that one tonight. And then we're going to open up this Topps 205 as well. And then I have one other very minor surprise, but I forgot to grab it. Hold on. All right, I've accumulated a small collection of loose packs as well, so I thought it'd be fun to throw in a loose pack each night, just of something random that I have. And I do mean random. These are going to be, some of them will be, one in particular will be quite random, but I'm holding off on that one for another evening. So I won't show you the most random one. But for today, just a minor bonus, just for fun. I've got a pack of opening day from way back in 2013, back when Topps actually made opening day. So that was going to be, that's going to be tonight's stuff. All right, so I'm going to try to do this in real time. Get rid of the list of teams off to this side because there just isn't much space. Well, maybe it's all right. I don't know. I don't think we need it. Everyone's in the Discord. You can see who has what at this point. Nope, that didn't work. Did it work? Still didn't work. Okay, well, the list of teams is going to stay up there, people, because I don't know how to use Restream very well. All right, well, there we go. I can't get rid of it, so it's going to stay there. Anyhow, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe we should have it up anyways. And yeah, it is Yu Darvish in a Rangers uniform. We got Strasburg, we got Fielder going on there, Ryan Braun, and David Wright. And I'm not sure who the Yankee is, actually. Cano, maybe? I don't know. I don't know who the Yankee is on that one. All right, let's get going. Let's start with our bonus pack, shall we? So these were not included. These were not advertised. I just thought it would be fun to throw in some extra stuff. Like I said, I did sell a non-MLB slot, which will probably get some non-MLB cards from some of the Dunner stuff, if nothing else. But I have a non-MLB pack that will be thrown in there. So guarantee that slot gets something. But more to come on that one a little bit later. All right, so we're going all the way back here. This was always reminded me of a sea turtle down there. Kind of looks like the shell, the head, and the flippers to me. And then once I saw that as a sea turtle, I could never really unsee it. But this is the opening day, which is basically the normal Topps design, but all the foil removed. So I very much like the opening day. In fact, I prefer this over the regular Topps. So we start with Darwin Barney. We've got Miguel Montero for the Diamondbacks, Jared Weaver for the Angels. We have a insert ballpark fun. We got Bryce Harper getting Gatorade dumped on him for the Nationals. Got a nice Mark Burley as a Blue Jay. Roy Halladay, RIP, for the Phillies. And Evan Longoria, nice horizontal shot for the Rays. So some oldies but goodies in terms of names there. All right, I think we're going to do this guy next. So this is Topps 205. Get the plastic off first. Ouch. Stab me. And then it looks like we open it somehow, maybe right across here. Let's see if we can figure this out carefully. Tell I don't open these very often. There we go. All right, so we popped that, and we've got itty bitty tiny packs. There's your empty box. Probably save that box to use for shipping. That's actually pretty helpful. All right, so we've got 4 itty bitty packs. I don't know, just grab one, shall we? They're all essentially look the same. And here we go. We begin with the big dumper, Kyle Raleigh for the Mariners. And I think I might need to flip these over. So that's a Sovereign. Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets. And that's a rookie series. They have all different backs. We got Henry Davis. That's your standard back. Ronald Acuna Jr., nice one for the Braves. Standard back. Jazz Chisholm Jr., standard back. Josh Naylor for the Diamondbacks, standard back. Walker Buehler for the Red Sox, standard. Old school Nolan Ryan for the Rangers. You never know who he'll show up for. That's pretty sweet. We got Kyle Schwarber, who the Reds tried to sign over the offseason for the Phillies, and an Ozzie Smith as a Padre. Don't see those every day anymore. So that's a nice one as well. And that is a regular back. So it looks like we got 2 parallels and a bunch of regular backs. Let's try our next little mini. These are kind of fun. I'm a sucker for the tobacco-sized cards. So we got Orelvis Martinez for the Blue Jays. Try to get that a little closer up to the camera. That is a blue Piedmont back. We have Tim Raines of the Expos. That is a red Sweet Copperall back. Yandy Diaz for the Rays. Regular back. Nestor Cortez for the Brewers. Carlos Beltran for the Royals. Anthony Volpe for the Yankees. Jarren Duran for the Red Sox. Jacob deGrom for the Rangers. For the Padres, Dylan Cease. And Nick York, rookie for Pittsburgh, for the Pirates. So what do we think of this little set? Like I said, these online-only sets I tend to ignore typically, so I don't know anything about it. We got Ron Guidry. Is it Guidry? Guidry? Should know. That is a blue Piedmont back, our second one of those. We got Vinny Pasquantino, another blue Piedmont for the Royals. And then we got Luis Aparicio for the Orioles. Hey, there's a red first one. Ken Griffey Jr., pretty sweet. We got Miguel Cabrera for the Marlins, going old school there. Bailey Ober for the Twins. Framber Valdez for the Astros. Robin Ventura for the White Sox. There's a name we don't hear much anymore. The D-Train, Dontrelle Willis for the Marlins. And Craig Biggio for Houston. And one more. Super Gadget says, got a few of those just for kicks. Did you get anything good out of them? I mean, I kind of like them. I like the look. Ooh, we have a wood, I think. We have Larry Walker, polar bear, blue polar bear. And then we have, I believe this is a wood mini. Dylan Dingler for the Tigers. But that's a wood mini rookie going to Engel Woodstock. That's a pretty sweet card. Not numbered in any way. Usually those are numbered, but still very, very cool. We got Billy Wagner for Houston. We got Mike Schmidt for the Phillies. Kyle Raleigh again. This time as a regular back mini. We have Roki Sasaki, rookie for the Dodgers. Mark Burley for the White Sox. We have another red, Eric Davis, and Adrian Del Castillo for the Diamondbacks. And our final card is Trey Sweeney of the Tigers. So that's your box. I was just trying to see if there's any odds or anything on the box itself. There are not. No information about what's to expect in there. So yeah, pretty sweet. Pretty cool. 2 mini parallels per little pack, it looks like. So 8 in a box. And I think the highlight is probably the Dingler wood, just because I think it's kind of cool. But we did pretty well. Those are all of your parallels. I'm sure some of those are more rare than others, but someone that wants to do more research on that set can do so. So yeah, a fun start. All right, we have the Boys of Summer. Let's do the Boys of Summer next, and then we'll do the big box of the day in terms of number of packs and cards. At least will be the 2026 Top Series 1, which I have not opened anything of yet. I did grab a hanger pack for myself, and it's sitting on my desk here, but I have not opened it. This is the only cards I bought for myself so far, so just so you know, I do have one. I haven't opened it yet, so I know very little about the new tops, but we're not to there yet. We're to 2025 Boys of Summer, which should have 3 autos and a memorabilia card. Oh, that's interesting. So we flip it open this way. That's how you know you're dealing with fancy stuff. And it's got one big brick. That is super thick. That is really thick. Now I'm even more intrigued. All right. Well, we're supposed to get 3 autos and a memorabilia. So good luck. All right, Super Gadgets. Oh, I asked if you got anything good. Got a few players I liked in my boxes. Need the Red Sox from tonight. Excellent. All the way around. Okay, so look at those chunky cards. We're not used to that. All right, so I'm just going to go through them in order because I don't know what to expect with this. But these are some much higher end than I'm used to. We got Jacob Wilson of the Athletics. This is numbered 162 out of 249. And let's just try to flip over so we can see the back. Pretty standard back, honestly. All right. But nice one going to Oakland right off the bat. Sorry if you hear my computer make noises. All right. Our next one is an auto patch for St. Louis. It's Chase Davis, number 6 out of 99. So you got a big bit of cloth, and you've got his auto there. That one's going to St. Louis. So cards on cards. There you go, my friend. Very cool. We have a very interesting Boys of Summer J.D. Dix for Arizona, 175 out of 199, but it's like signed on. I don't know what it's signed on, actually. It's hand signed. I mean, it's signed on. It's like almost shiny. First, I thought it was on like acetate. That one's going to the Diamondbacks. So, Swinko, that's going to you. That's what the back of that looks like. Pretty cool. We have a old schooler, Whitey Ford, number 39 out of 99. Whitey Ford. Kind of another neat card. We have a, wow. What would this be? A quintuple a relic? I don't think I've ever pulled a relic with 5 bits in it. This is Kalen Culpepper, number 39 out of 99, going to Minnesota, it looks like. And again, I will make sure I'll verify all these teams, but it does say Minnesota on the back, so he must be for the Twins. Kalen Culpepper. We've got 2 bits of cloth. We got wood. We got what appears to be leather, maybe from a glove, and then that also appears to be leather. That's pretty sweet, actually. Doesn't say what. The enclosed authentic memorabilia is not from any specific game or event. That's all it says. But that's a pretty sweet card. Not anyone I've heard of, but pretty sweet. Here's someone we've heard of. Numbered out of 25. 12 out of 25. It's a Christmas card. Yogi Berra for the Yankees. Some sort of sweet parallel there. Yankees getting a pair of legends now. And now for the Tigers, we got Bryce Rayner, our second auto relic combo. This one's numbered 74 out of 99. Bryce Rayner for Detroit. Looks like that on the back. So 2 of those. And our final card is what appears to be a red parallel. Numbered 46 out of 175. We got Elston Howard for New York. So there you go. These are some chunky cards. Even the base cards are super, super thick. Pretty cool. These boxes were very expensive. Well, by my standards. I forget what I ended up paying for this one. I don't have the list handy. But there is something fun about opening stuff like this sometimes. And again, we're doing this, and then we're doing, 96 Stadium Club. That's the fun of Breakers Club. You get a little bit of everything and a chance for all kinds of stuff. So we ended up with our 3 autos. 2 of the 3 autos also had a relic, and then we had the quintuple relic. So I think all things considered, we did pretty well. And it looks like all the cards are serially numbered as far as like actually every card was serially numbered. So that's also kind of cool. All right. Well, congratulations to everyone that got something out of that box. Again, personally speaking, high-end stuff's generally not for me because it's too much of a gamble. But in a broader thing like a Breakers Club, having a box or 2 like that can be, I think, a lot of fun and give a chance for some good value stuff. So, yeah. All right. Well, first 2 were kind of short on total number of cards. I tried to mix up boxes that had lots of cards in them. Try to divide them up over the 5 weeks that we're going to do this. But this one should provide plenty for all the teams, I hope. And this is, of course, 2026 Top Series 1, hot off the presses. We get our hobby exclusive pack, which should be the 91 set, I think, this year. And then, excuse me, we have a whole slew of packs. And there's your empty box that I'll get out of the way. Over here. All right, we'll save that guy for the end, I suppose. And we'll put those up there. And we're going to open this up. I need a drink fast. Also, while I'm thinking of it, next week we will do our second night of Breakers Club. It'll be a little bit longer of an evening because I'm also going to do the Patreon break for the February group break. And there are a few teams remaining. If you want to check out the Discord, I did post there are a few teams remaining in that Patreon break. I suppose I should share what those are. Let's see here. So we're going to be opening a box of 2025 Heritage High Number. That's a hobby box. And then a mega box of 2025 Topps Chrome Update. So 2 of the more recent sets to come out. And if you're interested, the Diamondbacks, White Sox, Marlins, Rays, Blue Jays, and Nationals are still all available. So just throwing that out there to anyone that might be interested. All right. So here we go. Brand new hot off the presses Topps 75th anniversary set. We got Rafael Devers for the Rangers, for the Giants to start us off. I like the color striping for the teams. You can see there's our next card, kind of team specific there. Backs of the cards look pretty solid as well at quick glance, kind of standard Topps. Pretty easy to see the card number, although I prefer on this side just out of habit, I guess. But I do like that there's another team logo there. That'll make that easier to sort anyway. So, all right, pretty solid. We got Chris Bubic of the Royals, Eric Lauer of the Blue Jays. I like that the player names are super easy to read. Here's a Red Sox in a green uniform, Peyton Tolley. I assume that's one of the City Connect, Green Monster probably. Edward Cabrera for the Marlins. The Brewers get a team card. My boy, Ellie De La Cruz, who everyone keeps touting is amazing. And, you know, he's talented, but he's got to put it together this year. Mauricio Dubon for the Astros. Jose Berrios for Toronto. Will Banfield for the Reds. Pavin Smith for the Diamondbacks. And Owen Cassie of Chicago. Next up, Jose Altuve with the bat kind of breaking out of the border there. There's a nice Clayton Kershaw send-off photo for the Dodgers. Sonny Gray for the Cardinals. We got the Red Sox team card. Dalton Varsho for the Blue Jays. Jimmy Crooks, Cardinals. There's Aaron Judge for the Yankees. He's card number 1 in the set. I had a feeling he would be. Sean Manaea, Mets. Hayden Birdsong for the Giants. That's what your future star design looks like. We got the Royals Muscle, which is not a checklist card this time. You get a little write-up on the back. Here, there's our first insert, Topps 91 design, but with the top 75 up there. Samuel Basallo for the Orioles. And the 75 actually has like a chrome finish, or not chrome, but a foil finish to it. So these don't feel right in the sense of they're glossy. And the 91 Topps was very much not like a glossy back, but the color and the overall aesthetic looks, you certainly know what they're going for. And Austin Riley of the Braves. All right, Double Brook said those were some teams that were mentioned. Donnie says you'll take the Nationals. That's awesome, Donnie. If you would, just leave a comment on. Actually, you know what? Let me just mark that now. That will be the easier thing to do there. The Nationals are $13. I'll put you down. Maybe I'll put you down if I could type. I'm sitting off to the side here. All right. Getting back to this. Okay, sorry about that. Get that pack out of there. Okay, we got Masataka Yoshida for the Red Sox, Brandon Marsh, Phillies, Didier Fuentes, I don't imagine that's how you say his name, for the Braves, Brady Singer for the Reds, Kerry Carpenter for the Tigers, Josh Lowe for the Rays, Parker Messick for the Guardians, Jacob Lopez, nice horizontal for the A's, Jurickson Profar Braves, Ben Rice Yankees, Colby Thomas A's, and Austin Wells for the Yankees. Thank you, Donnie. Mark paid after the break's over. Logan Webb for the Giants. Travis Adams, rookie for the Twins. A lot of rookies. Topps loves their rookies. Kyle Manzardo for the Guardians. Carlos Rodon, Yankees. Kyle Teal, another rookie, this time for the White Sox. We got some Braves doing some hopping. Cunha and Ozuna doing a little hop. Braves are already in trouble this year, I think. They just lost Profar to a year suspension, it looks like, for steroids or performance-enhancing drugs for the second time. Yeah, Reed Detmers for the Angels, Nico Horner for the Cubs, Joey Bart, Pirates, Dylan Smith, Tigers. We have a greatest hits, Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubbies. That has there was someone else made a greatest hit set that looked very similar to that. I want to say Fleer back in like the late 90s, maybe. And Brady House for the Nationals. I just feel like that design I've seen. Well, that's a tricky way to open a pack. I've seen in the past somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. We got Ben Williamson for the Mariners. He's not even a rookie. I don't even know him. Warming Bernabel for the Rockies. Tyler Stevenson for the Reds. Patrick Bailey, Giants. Will Vest, Tigers. We got Tristan Peters for the Rays. We have a pretty sweet Daniel Schneemann for the Guardians, launching himself. Kyle Raleigh for Seattle. Davis Martin, White Sox. Elias Diaz for the Padres. That's a cool action shot. Andre Lara, Nationals. And Jacob Wilson, Rookie Cup for the A's. I think the bright yellow and green make for some good-looking baseball cards, those A's jerseys. Double look. Every time you think it's okay to like Profar. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to have a whole lot of compassion for a guy that gets caught twice cheating. I don't know. Warming Bernabel again. Didn't we just pull him? Tyler Stevenson again. Patrick Bailey. Well, that's not a good sign. Kyle Bacchus for the Diamondbacks. Another Diamondback. Corbin Carroll. So we have a string of a couple dupes, but now we're back to new guys. Max Muncy for the Dodgers. Victor Scott II. I like the clapping with the dirt there. That's a cool card. That's one of my favorite ones so far. For the Cardinals, we got the Rangers team card. Let's see what the backs of those looks like. Itty bitty fonts there, but you can get their record, where they finished, winning shirt. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I want the Reds one. I don't know if they're in Series 1 or not. Brandon Garcia, rookie for the Diamondback. A lot of Diamondbacks in this pack. Hunter Goodman, Rockies. Bryce Miller, Mariners. And Mike Yastrzemski for the Royals. There should be one hit in this box. This is the hobby. So the hobbies have one auto or relic. By the way, so a lot of hits tonight. JT Ginn for the A's. Ryan McMahon, Yankees. Jacob Mizorowski for the Brewers. Be a good one for Brewers collectors this year. Garrett Crochet for Red Sox. Bryce Terang, another Brewer. Luke Keiskel, Twins. We have Judge Bichette Wilson, AL average leaders. So as usual, when we have cards with more than one, if it's just a base card, I'll randomize these at the end of the break when I'm sorting all the cards out. If it's an insert or something that has more than one team on it, then I try to do them, at the end of the video, but it's not really worth it for base cards. Luis Morales for the A's, Kyle Freeland Rockies, William Contreras Brewers. We got a Bobby Witt Jr. greatest hits for the Royals and the Phillies team card. I'm all celebrating. So what do we think of the new 2026 Topps design? I think I like it. It's colorful, and I like it being colorful. It's unique, which is honestly probably difficult for Topps to do. I mean, they have to come up with so many designs every year. So the fact that this feels fresh to me is no small feat. So kudos to Topps for that as well. But I like this design. We got the new Age Athletics for the A's, sort of celebration card, I guess. Brian Bello for the Red Sox. O'Neill Cruz, Pittsburgh. Bradley Rodriguez for the Padres. Jeffrey Springs, A's. Clay Holmes, Mets. We got another future star, Kumar Rocker for the Rangers. We got the Bronx Buddies, MLB All-Star Shine in New York. Nolan McLean for the Mets. Now Michael Harris II for the Braves. And behind him is a pink Yordan Alvarez 1991 Topps parallel. So they come in pink, which leads me to believe they probably come in a bunch of different parallel colors. But that's going to the Astros, which will be JC. JC, I believe, is playing in a poker tournament, and he has not chimed in yet. So he said hopefully he would not catch this live, which would mean he was not eliminated from his poker tournament. So there you go, JC. I don't know what you won in poker, but you got a cool pink parallel there of Yordan. And there's a cool card. Jackson Merrill leaping at the wall. That's a great card. I like that one. That could be a Stadium Club card right there. And I mean that as a compliment, just to be clear. All right. We got some horizontal action going on here. Brendan Donovan for the Cardinals. We got the Astros team card. Sort of a weird angle on that one. More horizontal. Bobby Witt Jr. That's a sweet card of him diving. I like that one too. For the Royals, of course. For the Dodgers, we got Mookie Betts. Grant Holmes for the Braves. Giancarlo Stanton, Yankees. Yanquiel Fernandez, Rockies. Anthony Volpe, Yankees. Cole Young, Mariners. Mason Miller, Padres. We have a Chicago Cubs, 1991 Topps insert. Owen Cassie, rookie for the Cubs, our second rookie of that design. And Tommy Edman of the Dodgers. All right. We got another leaping catch at the wall. Jacob Young for the Nationals. At the A's team card, I said I like the yellow and green. There's a lot of it there. Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Braves. Hunter Brown, Astros. Miguel Vargas, White Sox. Nick Pivetta, Padres. Juan Burgos, Diamondbacks. Ezekiel Tovar, Rockies. We've got Andrew McCutchen for Pittsburgh. Did the Pirates re-sign him? Did he get re-signed anywhere? I know he was hoping to. Chase Burns for the Reds, rookie. We got the Cool Crushers for the Phillies. And another bright yellow and green. Carlos Cortez for the A's. Some of these base cards. We still have this. I don't want to forget that, of course. All right, on to the second half. Alejandro Kirk for Toronto. Zach Maxwell, another rookie who probably doesn't need to be in this set. Jorge Soler for the Angels. Dominic Canzone, Mariners. CJ Kafus, Guardians. Brenton Doyle, Rockies. Evan Carter, Rangers. Royce Lewis, Twins. Yusei Kikuchi for the Angels. We got Spencer Schwellenbach, future star. Kind of a good looking card there. We have a Jack Caglione big ticket player. That's kind of a trippy design. That might look pretty cool with the chrome treatment. My guess is that'll be in Topps Chrome whenever that comes out. That's what the back looks like. Kind of a faux ticket. They didn't go real hard on the idea of it, but you get the gist. And Ben Lively of the Guardians. We got Bailey Ober for the Twins. Bob Seymour, Rays. Blaze Alexander, Diamondbacks. Jacob deGrom, Rangers. We got home run leaders, Raleigh, Judge, and Caminero for the American League. We got Alex Bregman, Red Sox. Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. And for the Tigers, we have a Topps Gold, I do believe. Yes, Troy Melton, one of the oldest parallels going. The Topps Gold numbered out of the year. So this being 1484 out of 2026. Going to Detroit. That is going to Engel Woodstock again. There you go. Pretty cool. And how about this? There's our promised hit. And I think we did well, folks. We got an Aaron Judge relic in the 1991 Topps design. That is a sweet, sweet card. Where is my list? The Yankees going to Mike. I'm sure Mike will be happy with that one. 1991 Topps baseball relic card from 2026 Topps. That is great. Not numbered, but still a great pull. Way better than you might expect out of a Topps Series 1. So sweet. Pretty thick card too. Not as thick as those Panini ones, but it's got some heft to it. And just to round out that pack, we got Luke Raley for the Mariners. So that was a solid pack. Yeah, Topps Gold in there and the relic. Well, let's see what else we might find. Marcelo Mayer for the Red Sox. We've got RBI leaders, Raleigh, Judge, and Pasquantino. Carlos Nevarez, Red Sox. Matt Strahm, Phillies. Kyle Karros, Rockies. Geraldo Perdomo, Diamondbacks. Francisco Lindor, Mets. Pedro Pages, Cardinals. We got the Tigers team card. We got Christian Yelich of the Brewers. We've got Alex Bregman, our first non-rookie 1991 Topps design. And Jeremiah Jackson for the Orioles. Next up, Otto Kemp, rookie, of course, for the Phillies. Lennon Sosa, White Sox. We got Steven Kolick for the Royals. Lazaro Estrada, Blue Jays. There's a future star, Roki Sasaki for the Dodgers. ERA leaders, Skeens rocking the 1.97. Very impressive. Yamamoto and Sanchez round out that trio. Jose Soriano for the Angels. We got Joe Ryan for the Twins. Vinny Pasquantino, Royals. Mackenzie Gore, Nationals. An upside down rainbow foil board thingy. Michael Busch for the Cubs. Going to the Cubs. Those are usually one per box. So box hit there. Most likely that's going to Mike as well. And Jordan Beck for the Rockies. One thing that's nice about a product like this for a group break is hits and inserts and stuff generally spread across lots of different teams, which is always nice, like everyone to get something. We had Gavin Williams for the Guardians, Logan Gilbert Mariners, Alex Freeland Dodgers, Kobe Mayo, future star for the Orioles. We got Schwarber, Ohtani, Soto, NL home run leaders. We got Tariq Skubal for the Tigers, good one for the Tigers. Ronnie Henriquez for the Marlins, Cesar Prieto, I don't know, Cardinals. Tatis Jr. for the Padres, Brandon Walter for the Astros. We have profiles by Ken Griffey Jr., Vlad Guerrero Sr. for the Blue Jays. And that is a Blue Jay card, even though there is a Griffey in the bottom there. It is very clearly marked Blue Jays there. So that'll be going to the Blue Jays. And Josh Jung for the Rangers. Next up, we got Logan Gilbert for the Mariners, Alex Freeland, Dodgers, Rafael Devers, Giants, Chris Bubik, Royals, Adam Frazier, Royals, Padres team card, Nick Kurtz, rookie cup for the Athletics. That's a nice card. Christian Campbell, Future Stars. We got RBI leaders from the NL, Schwarber, Alonso, and Soto. Lawrence Butler losing his helmet for the Athletics. There, we got the Shohei 1991 Topps. If you're trying to collect this set, that one's a pain to get. I can tell you already, because every Shohei and every set is a pain to get anymore. And Ryan Jeffers of the Twins. Next pack, Eric Lauer, Blue Jays, Peyton Tolley, Red Sox, Houston gets Altuve, David Peterson, Mets, Chandler Simpson, Future Star for the Rays. We got Style and Smiles for the Red Sox. Colton Cowser, Orioles, Brett Beatty, Mets, Dylan Cruz, Future Star for the National. We got the Dodgers duo. There's Ohtani showing his face again. And we have a number out of 75. Yes, 6 out of 75, a black Kevin Gausman, the Blue Jays. There's a nice hit for Toronto, who is on my list somewhere. Going to Swinko. Swinko grabbed the Blue Jays. There you go. Making the Blue Jays a good choice right there. And Luis Angel Acuna for the Mets. And I'll go through and sleeve those once I turn the cameras off and stuff, just to save some time. Hey, Clayton Kershaw of the Dodgers, Sonny Gray, Cardinals. We got the Red Sox team card. Jesus Luzardo, Phillies, Bryce Matthews, Astros, Daniel Palencia, Cubs, Xander Bogaerts for the Padres, Dean Kramer, Orioles, Zach Wheeler, Phillies, Cam Schiller, Yankees. We got Ken Griffey Jr. profiles, Aaron Judge, our second judge of the box for the Yankees, of course. And we got the NL leaders in wins, Peralta, Luzardo, and Webb, 17, 15, and 15. Not super high win totals. Not like they used to be. All right. Our second to last base pack, Masataka Yoshida for the Red Sox, Brendan Marsh, Phillies, Didier Fuentes for the Braves, Brady Singer, Reds, Joe Rock, Rays, Jake Fraley, Braves, Helio Ramos, Giants. There's Shohei's base card, number 200 in the set, if you were wondering if he got a hero number. He did. Andrew Benintendi, White Sox, Yu Darvish for the Padres. We got our second rainbow foil, so I guess they're not one per box. Nick Gonzalez. They're not numbered. Nick Gonzalez for Pittsburgh. Going to 412 J-Mac there, so congratulations on a shiny Gonzalez. And Joe Adell for the Angels. Jeez. So I haven't done break in a while. All right, final base pack, and then we've got the Chrome pack. And then we're done for tonight. We got Logan Webb of the Giants, Travis Adams, Twins, Kyle Manzardo, Guardians, Ben Williamson, Mariners, Javi Baez, Tigers, Drew Rasmussen, Rays, Tristan English, Diamondbacks, Carson Seymour, Giants, Matt McLean, I hope he turns it around this year for my Reds, Willie Dames, Giants. We got Bo Nose, Bo Jackson on 91 Topps. Now that looks appropriate. My camera doesn't want to focus on Bo. He's rocking the baby blues there. That's a very blue card, all things blue. Pretty cool. Going to the Royals. And our final base card of the box is Andrew Vaughn of the Brew Crew. So that is the base set. A few duplicates in that box for sure, which is kind of a bummer. I feel like Topps could certainly seed their boxes to not have any duplicates within, but it is what it is. We're used to it by now, right? And then this is the Chrome pack. This should be the 91 Topps design in Chrome. I'm excited to see these. I am collecting the 1990 Chrome, Silver Chrome pack set. So I probably will not be going after these, but I'm such a sucker for this, the retro designs of my childhood in the Chrome finish here. There we go. I mean, look how pretty that is. For the Brewers, Jacob Misiorowski. And you can just see the shine. Beautiful. I do like these. Ooh, we have a purple one. All right. Next up for the Cubbies, slamming Sammy Sosa for the Cubs. And behind him is Cole Young, a rookie for the Mariners. Boy, he looks like he's about 12. That's how I know I'm getting old. And for the Rangers, we have numbered out of 250, Wyatt Langford. So we did get a special one. These are fairly difficult pulls, the colored parallels. So congratulations going out to Texas. Swinko has Texas in this break. So there you go, Swinko. And this is just a junk card that you get in every pack, I think. And that rounds out night number 1. I think that was a very successful first night. We had the beautiful Aaron Judge in this box. Relic. I'll show that one more time. I like that 91 design. Pretty sweet. And they made it work. The Relic cutout work with the design and stuff too. So I like that it kept the team color going around the box. That matters. Little touches like that make a difference. All right. Well, that's night number 1. I hope everyone has enjoyed the first night. Like I said, we're doing 15 boxes. I'm spreading them across 5 weeks so that the nights don't run too long. We're a little over 45 minutes now. I know people have things to do and places to go and whatnot. So I know when it runs too long, it's difficult for people. So I try to keep it around an hour if I can, and try to spread the boxes out. So hopefully that is the case. Again, we might run a little longer tomorrow or next Tuesday because we're going to be doing the Patreon break as well. But generally speaking, that's what I try to shoot for. So with that said, thank you to everyone for joining in. Those of you headed, thank you, Doublebrook and Super Gadget in particular for hanging out with me tonight. Pretty quiet night here, but I appreciate that. We'll get in the swing of things. I'm sure in future weeks we'll have more folks back. At least I hope so. And with that, I think I'm going to say goodnight. I've got some sorting to, well, I probably won't sort this tonight, let's be honest, but I have some sorting to do now. So with that said, have a lovely night, everybody, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye for now.